Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. If there are any gentlemen here, I don't actually know. But hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. It has been a day. It has been a day, which for the people that were at my live stream last night, I said the same thing yesterday. It has been a day. This week, not my friend. Not my friend at all. Hang on, let me skip the ads on my own thing. Here we go. Great. Today was a day, y'all. Well, if you saw my Instagram, has everybody seen what I've posted on Instagram? And the inches of snow accumulation that happened in my city today? Now, if you all know me, which most of you know me, snow is pretty much the bane of my existence. If snow did not exist, I would be a happier human being. Winter is the worst thing ever. And but I'm no noob to the Midwest. I grew up in the Midwest. This is not new to me. I knew it was coming. Middle of October is unacceptable. Like a couple of flurries like yesterday or the other day, sure. But we got dumped on. We got dumped on. You got 2 inches. I think we're at about 5. Like, it was legit. And the worst part of it all was I had an appointment today. I had to go out of the house. And that is probably, it all spirals down into, like, I didn't sleep last night at all, probably from the anxiety of knowing that I had to go and drive in the snow, but not knowing exactly how much snow or how hard or would I miss it or whatever. And it was for a facial. So like it's not an obligatory thing, but I wasn't going to cancel because I didn't want to do a cancellation fee. I wanted to get my brows did, and I like my facials. My skin is responding very well to the treatment that we are doing with my facialist and all good things. I'm like, I don't want to miss my appointment with Sunny because of the freaking snow. So I took my husband's car and I drove. And it was flurrying and like visibility was terrible, but everything was fine when I was driving there. No problem. Had a lovely, luxurious appointment and then walked out of the building. And it was basically my living nightmare. It was awful. There were a couple inches of accumulation on all the roads, on everything, and snowplows hadn't come through yet. And I had to drive home in that. It was not fun. My traction went a couple of times. So it's like hydroplaning, but you're doing it in the snow, frozen hydroplaning. Did that a couple times. That was terrifying. Luckily, though, his car handles better, I discovered, in completely untouched snow than it does on the crap that happens on the roads. Like, you know how like when you drive through the snow, but it hasn't been plowed yet, so it just turns, and it's like, it's heavy snow. It's heavy, thick, wet. The poor pine trees outside of our house look like they have the weight of the world on them right now. It's heavy snow. But you know how like that just turns to disgusting wet mush? It's impossible to drive through that wet mush. It's impossible. And so I got home and promptly was like, I hate Minnesota. And my husband knew that he was going to get some sort of reaction like that. And then my dear Florida boy husband took one, he saw me and he's like, I'm kind of jealous. I'm like, what? That I got to go drive in the snow? He goes, yeah. He took one of his work calls from the car so he could drive around in the snow while he was on the call. Not joking. It's still a novelty to him. I have taken him out of Florida for years, and snow is still a novelty to him. Anyway, that's my story. So it has been a day, and then the snow has just kept coming and coming and coming, and I'm over it already. I did light a fresh balsam candle today because I was like, you know what? If it's going to look like Christmas outside my window, it's going to smell like Christmas in my house. And nobody argued with me about it. So that's kind of my story. That's my low for the week. Give me layer highs and lows on me, my friends. I'm also, as you can tell, I have a mug. I'm drinking tea tonight, trying to drink my sleepy time tea on a schedule that doesn't have me wanting to pee every hour in the middle of the night. So we're trying this tonight. So good. It's so good. I got this, it's called Well Rested tea from Trader Joe's, and it is quite tasty. I like it. Oh, I know, Marie. But like the thing is, I know how to drive in the snow. I was even like, you got to keep momentum going when you're driving, especially through unplowed snow, right? Like it's very easy to get stuck if you don't go fast enough, but you don't want to speed either because you want to be in complete control. I was doing like a solid 45 miles an hour on my highways and whatever. It's like I'm usually doing like 60 or 70 on them. So I was going a lot slower. But then I ended up stuck behind people that were going like 25. And I was like, for the love of goodness, people, it's the accelerator. So I was both the person terrified to be out there and the person trying to get the people in front of me to go faster. It was a hot mess. And now I don't have to leave the house till Friday. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. So that's my low. My high, I don't even know. I don't even know because I am so sleep deprived and tired and grouchy. We had a really good weekend. We met up with some friends and walked around outside and talked, and that was nice. And we just had a relaxing and wonderful weekend, so we'll go with that. My weekend was my high. And my Be Well by Kelly protein powder showed up today. Praise! So I had a killer Fab 4 smoothie for lunch, made out of a Daily Harvest smoothie with a scoop of vanilla protein from the Be Well by Kelly protein powder, the cleanest protein powder on the face of this planet, I swear, that still tastes good. It was delightful. It was like fall ice cream in my mouth. It was so good. So I'm really looking forward to experimenting more with this protein powder. I don't know if I'm gonna be willing to like mix it into my yogurts and mix it into whatever, or if it is exclusively my Fab 4 smoothie protein because it is Kelly LeVex protein powder. But I was so thankful that it showed up because that was a lot of money and I didn't want anything to happen to that package, but it's here and first try, real delicious. Real delicious. Let's see what everybody else has got for me. First, let's see who else here. Sherry has been showing up, being the first comment for like the last 3 or 4 weeks in a row now. She's here, and she's watching from her computer tonight. And Liz is here, and Marie, and Ashley, and Sarah, and Lindsay. I saw Becky. There's Becky and Sarah. Gang's all here, man. Gang's all here. I love it. Kathy's here, and we've got a conversation going. And there's Rosie. Hello, Rosie. All right. Let's see here. I know everybody's got questions. I will address the questions that have already been asked, but first let's get through highs and lows. We're supposed to get 6 to 10 on Friday. Oh, no. My dad wants to move to Minnesota. It's beautiful in the summer. It is gorgeous, lovely, stunning. Winter is a bear. If you like winter, you'll love it here. You'll love it here because the winters are also beautiful. I hate winter, so I'm miserable even when it is beautiful. So, like, we're talking, the temperatures dropped so bad last night, I could not fall asleep. At 1:30 in the morning, I dug out my foot warmer, my electric foot warmer, and set that bad boy up in my bed. And finally, I was able to fall asleep because my legs felt so cold. I don't think they were cold, but my brain said they were. And it jacked me up. I could not fall asleep until I had the electric heater on. Mind you, I'm in flannel pants, a weighted blanket, a sheet, and a comforter. No. Oh, and slipper socks. Not enough for these stupid feet. Ugh. It's been a rough couple days, guys. It is a miracle that I am here and feel as energized as I do. It is legitimately a miracle from God. We never got snow enough in South Carolina to make a dent. I live near Atlanta this year, and we'll see what we experience. Also going to Montana for New Year's, so that'll be new. Oh, cool. Yeah, when we were in North Carolina, I loved it because the world shut down at the mere threat of snow. It was amazing. It was my happy place. I loved it in the Carolinas. Hi, my husband got a promotion at work. Yay! With a new schedule that will keep him home a lot more. That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you, Ashley. My highs, I realized last night that I've been killing my 90 Divine Days goals. Excellent. Whip donuts. I'm fine when I'm alone on the road, but I hate the other drivers. Me too. I would panic a lot less if there weren't people around me. Absolutely. Real high. Oh, wait. Oh, I skipped. High. Tomorrow is a new day. Yes. Low. Depression days suck. Also, yes, yes. My lows, writer's block, and I'm dead. Everything hurts, can't breathe or sit up without wanting to cry. That's the joy of working out with Joel. I actually feel pretty good so far today. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. But yesterday's workout was crap. I did it, but it was terrible. But today I did my workout very, very well, and it actually helped ease my anxiety because working out is a magical, magical thing. Ashley, I'm pretty sure I'm getting sick. Barely ate anything today. Have an icky tummy. Oh, that's the worst. So I'm exhausted because my protein is in the gutter. Yeah, that'll do it. Go to bed early if you can. If that little one of yours will actually cooperate, and just get some sleep. Real high is that my power sheets should come tomorrow. That's amazing. So exciting. Rosie is multitasking. Hello. My dad wants Minnesota winters. He loves driving in the snow. Well, then he would love it here because that's what we do for like half the year. Snow is fine. Ice stinks. Yes. I have the flannel sheets and the down comforter. We have not gotten flannel sheets. I don't know if they'll be too hot for my husband. But like I have freaking electric heater. We do have a fuzzy blanket that we got last year just at Target, a king size blanket that we put on over I have to think about the layers, over my weighted blanket. The weighted blanket is underneath everything else because my husband doesn't want the blanket weighing his blankets down. So we put it over the weighted blanket, but under the sheet and the comforter. That's out and ready to go. We just haven't put it on the bed yet. Tonight we might. Pam is here. Hello, Pam. My car starts to slide around, has spun out in light drizzles. It can't handle snow well. No. Heated mattress pad is the only way through my misery of the Michigan winter. My grandfather used to have a heated mattress pad, and I stayed at his place for a while, and it was the best thing ever. And I don't know why we don't have one. We should get one because Eric knows how much I love that thing. Like, it is amazing. And I would always, when I was getting ready to go to bed, I'd always preheat the bed so it was toasty when I got into it. Oh, it was so good. I got to up my weights for some of the moves today, and I did most of the HIIT without modifications. That is awesome. And that's why you're sore, and you're going to feel it tomorrow, and it's going to be both the worst and best thing ever. That's so good. So good. All right. If you guys want to keep highs and lows coming or whatever, but I've already got some questions that came through. So as you guys think of topics that you want to talk about, things you want to pick my brain on, all that jazz, feel free to leave the comments. My Live 4 workouts have been awesome. So much better this round than they were in May. Usually on Tuesday, I let my little girl stay up for the whole live stream and then straight to bed, but it's half hour after her normal bedtime, so she crashes and I get to take a bath. Hey, that's a solid arrangement. Could get a twin size just for your side of the bed. I could, and I should. It's got to happen. Yeah, the dual control one. Yep. Yeah, we got to do that. It's a thing. We need to do that. All right. So the first question that came through was from Sherry. And she said, I look forward to hearing about your diet change. Did you add any food or treats back into your diet? Are you going to add more walking and activity so you can splurge dietarily? So for those of you that don't know, I have started my reverse diet. And what needs to be addressed fully, and the asking about activity is what triggered me to make sure I say this, is the goal of a reverse diet is not to lose weight. So I do not need to add activity or do anything to try and make up for calories because weight loss is not the goal. Weight maintenance is the goal. And it's interesting because a couple of things have happened. One, I have been terrible at sticking to my calories and macros this past week. Like the last week has just been hard. I have been ravenously hungry for no good reason, like even while making good food choices, ravenously hungry. Today, I've been the complete opposite, and I got up, I had a Built Bar for breakfast because I need to eat the stinking Built Bars before I worked out. After I worked out, I had a pumpkin bagel and cream cheese, nothing protein heavy about it. I think there's 9 grams of protein in the bagel, just comes with the bagel. And then I went to my appointment. I didn't eat again until 2:30 in the afternoon, and that is when I had my Fab 4 smoothie, and that kept me completely satisfied until I ate dinner at 6 o'clock or 6:15 or whatever time it was. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling full and satisfied, and I will go over if I choose to have a piece of pie later. But right now I'm dead on track. So today's the first day that I haven't felt hungry, which is very interesting because I'm exhausted. So, but it's clearly not exhausted enough yet because I'm still functional. I don't know. Running off of the adrenaline you get from trying to get home safely and alive, but from driving through fresh snow, apparently. I don't know. So I have to make that clear that it is not. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I got the little witchy purple and the pumpkin orange going on here. So it is not the goal of weight loss. Interestingly, I haven't been stepping on the scale every day, but I step on the scale most days under the same circumstances. And my weight spiked up a little bit. Today, it spiked right back down, even with my crappy eating for the last week or so. So I'm like, this is very fascinating to me. We will see how this goes. So I will not be adding in activity. I will still continue to do the activity I like to do. I'm doing Lift 4. I'm still working out 6 days a week. My activity plans have not changed. My goal is to be able to work out more effectively and get bigger gains and make more progress because I'm fueling my body better eventually, ultimately. Again, with the sleep this week has not given me evidence of that, but that's the ultimate goal. I am using both scales. I'm using the number. I know the number. But just to make sure I'm maintaining my thing, every once in a while I'll step on the Shape of scale as well to make sure it's registering my weights and my fluctuations and everything too. Last time I stepped on that, I was in the blue zone, which is really, really great. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens with that. So the activity is, I'm still going to be working out, but I'm not working out more because I'm adding more food in. That is the exact opposite thing that you want to do. Ultimately, once you get to maintenance mode, you actually want to cut back a little bit because you want to be able to use cardio as a tool for weight loss later, not while you're in maintenance mode. So there's all sorts of like mathematical stuff that can happen with that. Did you add any food or treats back into your diet? I mean, I've always add things into my diet. I have apple pie in my house right now, and I'm enjoying that. I just enjoy things in moderation, and once my calories increase a little bit more, I will be able to eat more of those things in a day, which will be nice. But I'm not working out to increase my food intake because if you are following a calorie-based plan, you do not add back in exercise that you have earned. You don't do that. I know that's not how it works on Weight Watchers and the Bites plans on iTrack Bites, but for calories, you're not supposed to do that for the most effective loss. So I haven't been doing that. I haven't been earning my desserts in a long time. And then Sarah asked me, I'd love to know more about intermittent fasting. So what exactly would you like to know? And let me scroll through and catch up on my comments. I'm a blanket hog. I've heard maintenance is even harder than losing. Yes, as evidenced by the fact that I only maintained my goal weight for a year before I gained weight back. It is very, very difficult. But I'm not going to be dumb about it this time because what a lot of people think is that once you're done with your cut, once you're at goal, you can just hop right on up to, let's say your goal had you eating at 1,200 calories and you got to goal and you're like, yes, I'm at goal. I lost 50 pounds. I can go to maintenance mode, and you automatically start eating 2,000 calories in a day. You're going to gain weight. Even if that number is ultimately your maintenance mode, you're going to gain weight because your metabolism has adapted down to the lower calorie intake. So you're going to end up in a calorie surplus even if you eat at what will eventually be your maintenance mode. So the purpose of a reverse diet is to go slowly up to that maintenance mode. And I'm not doing it perfectly accurately because I've been splurging. I'm supposed to be at 1,700 calories this week. I've been clocking in at about 1,800 or 1,900, but nothing horrible has happened, so I'm not mad about it. Like, the scale is still cooperating and doing the right thing, so I'm okay with it. We'll see what happens in the future. We'll see if I decide to up my calories. Hey, Colette, good to see you. If I up my calories this week, or if I decide to be a little bit more dedicated and do 1,700 straight this next coming week, and then bump to 1,800, we'll see. We'll see what I do. But yes, maintenance is hard. So the goal of the reverse diet is to get to maintenance with your metabolism ready for your maintenance calories. So as long as you keep tracking, you can't fall into your old habits. Still be smart, still be mindful about what you eat, still track your food, but you're just doing it at a higher level. That's all. How did the sound machine work last night? That's a great question, Amberly. And the short answer is it didn't. Because I could not fall asleep. I could not fall asleep because of all the anxieties of life. I'm not normally an anxious person, but when I get anxious, it messes me up something bad. And I think it started with anxiety over whether or not the sleep machine was going to hinder my husband's sleep. Spoiler alert, it did not. He slept just fine. And then also, how would Gracie respond? Spoiler alert, it did not go well with Gracie. And then, so like, there was anxiety over that. There was anxiety over the fact that I slept poorly the night before. Therefore, I have a desire to go to bed early and sleep well. And that didn't happen. And then I was anxious about the fact that I would have to drive in the snow tomorrow. And then all of these things. And then I was cold and couldn't get comfortable. So ultimately, we went to bed at 10:30. I did not fall asleep until about 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Truly. And so I got up like 5 or 6 million times and went to the bathroom and went out and took some Natural Calm magnesium supplement. And then I finally, like, once I decided, I'm like, maybe it's because my leg still feels cold. My legs are cold. Let me just bust out the thing. And if I wake Eric up, I wake Eric up. I didn't. He did not hear. He did not notice. So the sleep machine worked really well for him because I was able to shield my noise that I was making in the bedroom, which was awesome. So once I did that, I got myself back into bed, got myself warmed up, and was finally starting to settle down. And Gracie started having a little panic attack like she used to after we moved in here and I had to put her on anti-anxiety pills for a while. Like, she wakes up and she's like panting. I'm like, what is your problem? I think the sound machine bothered her because she didn't know what it was. So I took her out of her cage. I gave her one of her anxiety pills. I stuck her back in the cage and I said, screw it. I am going to just turn off the machine and put earplugs in. And that's what I did when I fell asleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness, Colette, thank you so much. I'm so glad you love the PDF. I had a lot of fun making that and I was really proud of how it turned out. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Aw. That makes me so happy. Thank you. You guys are so sweet to me. You really, really are. I don't deserve you guys. So I didn't get to sleep with the sound machine last night, to answer your question, Amberly. Today, every time I've been downstairs, I've been running, and I actually turned it on. I don't know if Eric's going to turn it off, but I turned it on before I came up here because Eric's in the basement, so Gracie's alone. Because I just want her to be out and about and to understand that it's not a scary thing. The sound machine is not a scary thing. And once she accepts that it's not a scary thing, hopefully she'll just sleep right through everything like originally intended. So tonight we're going to try again and hope for the best. I've actually upped my calories quite a bit. Workouts quite a bit since I upped my calories. Yes, which is fine. You can do that. I'm just saying you don't up for the purpose of trying to burn extra calories for weight loss. That's not the point. But for power, and you might even eat more to bulk, like that's a thing too. I'd like to know what its purpose is, how it works, how to know which timing is right for me. All right, so this is all in my completely not yet professional opinion. So intermittent fasting has a lot of benefits. There are a lot of health benefits to it, including your body, like putting it in like super layman's terms, your body's ability to regenerate cells and things like that happens when you are in a fasted state, not when you are working to digest food. If your body is not working to digest food, it can go about and do all of the other things that it wants to be doing, right? But we people like to keep shoving food in our mouths and keep starting the digestion process over and over and over again. So our bodies never get the opportunity to actually do the alternate cleansing and detoxing and all of the stuff that it would do naturally. You don't need any detoxes or anything like that. Naturally it happens, but we don't give it the opportunity because we are too busy making our bodies digest food, which is not necessary. Truly, we like everything works better for every whatever diet or meal planning or whatever it is works for you is great. But ideally, you're only eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner because then your body actually has a chance to stop digesting and do a little bit of work in the middle of the day, right? So there's that. There's all those health benefits. I'm going to put a big blanket disclaimer on this. Intermittent fasting in and of itself is not a tool to be used for weight loss. That is a blanket statement that you all should take as fact. It is not a diet. Because if you eat within your 8-hour window or whatever your window is, you can still eat 5, 6, 7,000 calories in those 8 hours and still gain weight. Intermittent fasting in and of itself is not a tool for weight loss. It can be part of your toolkit, but it is not the weight loss plan. Does that make sense? So that being said, the only reason I'm kind of good at intermittent fasting. Right now I'm trying to fuel myself for my workouts, so I try to ingest protein or something before I work out because it's lift. I don't do it every day though. If I'm genuinely not hungry, I won't eat till after my workout, which hopefully with like my Fab 4 smoothie powder here now and everything, I'll be able to get back to that. But the reason I adapted intermittent fasting and fell in love with it was basically because it gave me a legitimate excuse to close the kitchen and not eat any more food. I used it as a tool to prevent me from nighttime snacking. So when I said I'm done eating at 7:30 for intermittent fasting, I'm not allowed to eat after 7:30. And that's all well and good. And then with intermittent fasting in the morning, for me, I found I wasn't always hungry right away. So the obligation to eat breakfast because it's breakfast time went away. I'm like, well, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat breakfast. So I naturally started doing at least a 12-hour fast every day without trying. I do at least a 12-hour fast. It is a very, very rare day that I don't do that. Because even this morning, I didn't eat breakfast until 8:30. And so it was about the same. By the time I got downstairs and had my dessert, it was about 8:30, so 12 hours. But there's a bunch of different ways to do intermittent fasting, and I won't get into all of them, but like the most popular one is 8 hours on, 16 hours off. I can do that. Most days it's white knuckling it, and I didn't like having to force myself to do 16 hours. And so I was like, you know what if I do 14 hours? And that was my sweet spot. 14 hours off, 10 hours on. And so I just did it for control of my food. And then the added benefit is if you are fasting for longer and eating for shorter, you get to eat bigger meals in order to follow your plan and eat all of your calories or points or bites or whatever in that 8-hour window. So it felt good. The whole process felt good and does continue to feel good when I do it regularly. So there's that. There's all sorts of other reasons you can do it. There's all sorts of different ways that you can do it. But I personally just use it for timing control and hunger management is what I use it for. I know you said you take Benadryl. Have you tried melatonin? Yes, I did. And last night I took a supplement that had melatonin in it. I actually just ordered because I haven't been using CBD as regularly because I'm out of my dropper that I like. But I have a sleep time pill that I got from Nature Box that has CBD in it, but less melatonin. So tonight I'm going to try the CBD pill again and see if that works better than my melatonin supplement. But I just ordered, I've been reintroducing the natural calm into my life. So I take magnesium in like 3 different ways. I love magnesium. I take 3 pills orally in the evening. If I'm on point, I take them throughout the day. I will sometimes have a magnesium lotion that gets soaked in right through your skin. But one of my favorite ways to take it is the Natural Calm beverage by Natural Vitality. And I just ordered because I'm almost out of it. I found it in the back of my cabinet and started drinking it again and was sleeping really well for a while. And then I haven't taken it the last couple days. I was like, So I literally got up at like midnight or something and drank this beverage. Almost out. I ordered one specifically for sleep that has melatonin in it. So we'll see how all of that goes. I'm trying all the things. Tonight, I'm just not going to go to bed till I'm tired, regardless of what the clock says. I'm going to get ready for bed and do all, like, I'm going to get ready for bed. But if I do not feel drowsy, I am not going to get into bed. I'm going to turn on the sound machine and I'm going to read or do something until I feel drowsy enough to go into bed and just slip into bed and go to sleep. That's my plan for tonight. We'll see. I've had a lot more energy and been able to physically do more than I've ever been able to do. That's awesome. I'm still working the 14-10 fast and it's been working great for me. I went right out of the gate with 16-8 and it was too much for me too. But I'd like to work my way up to it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Do you drink coffee prior to your eating time in the morning? Yes, I do. So I do not fast perfectly. Perfect fast is tea, black coffee, or water for your fast. Like you can do lemon water or whatever. I personally choose to believe one of the things you heard were if you ingest 20 calories or less, you are still fasting, or as long as you don't have anything that has carb in it that'll spike your blood sugar, you're still fasting. Enter nut pods, which is a fat creamer that is just fat and no sugar, no carb, and only 10 calories a serving. So I have my 2 cups of coffee with 20 calories worth of nut pods and consider myself to still be in a fasted state. But again, I'm not doing it for the benefits of fasting. I'm doing it for the benefits of a shorter eating window means that I'm satisfied the whole time I'm eating and it closes the kitchen at a specific time so I'm not munching at night with my husband. That's why I started it, because my husband is a muncher. So he will go have popcorn, then he'll have yogurt, then he'll bring snacks over to the couch, and I'll naturally want to eat them. So I just had to cut myself off, and I had to tell him I'm done eating for the day. Thank you. And that just helps me stay in control a little bit better. I never knew that having this mug warmer would be useful at night. I loosely IF minus the coffee. Tonight, tomorrow probably be 13 to 14 hours, depending on when I decide to make my smoothie. Yep. Yeah, when I'm on point, I do that too. Just the 3 meals and a dessert. That's how I'd... Ooh, oh, I touched it. Can you guys still hear me? Can you still hear me? Or did the audio go away? I just touched a dial and I saw the thing happen. Thank you. That's all I needed was someone to be like, yeah, I can hear you. Great. I touched the watch. I touched the watch. I was thinking it was a weight loss thing, so thanks for correcting my thought. I'm just really starting all over with weight loss and just trying to find what's right. So intermittent fasting, again, works great as part of your toolkit, but intermittent fasting in and of itself is not your weight loss plan. So the goal of intermittent fasting, let's say you do I Track Bites, you do carb conscious plan, so you're on points plus, right? Okay. So you still have your 26 points or whatever it is, your 26 bites. You just have to eat them, your whole day's worth of food, in a smaller window. You still have to use weeklies if you go over. Your entire weight loss plan remains the same. You just eat in an 8-hour window or a 10-hour window or a 12-hour window instead of on and off all day. That's the difference. So you can't just be like, oh, it's okay, I'm intermittent fasting, so screw the diet. No, that's not how it works. You follow your given diet plan, and intermittent fasting is something you put on top of it. I have binge eating disorder and found myself slipping these past 2 weeks into bad habits again. So without having any experience with like legit binge eating disorder, this would be great for you because it would tell you you're done eating for the day. Kitchen closed 7 p.m., no exceptions, or 8 p.m., no exceptions. And that just gives you that accountability. You're like, well, I'm done. Thanks, intermittent fasting. I can't eat till tomorrow morning. So that might help you a lot. The risk is, if you have binge eating disorder, if intermittent fasting makes you feel too deprived and it triggers you to binge, it would not be a tool I would recommend for you. So you have to discern what feels best for you. If you want it for the accountability or if you think it'll trigger you, that should help you decide whether or not you're going to use it. That stuff makes me pass out. Which stuff, Lindsay? Benadryl or the Natural Calm sleeping stuff? Natural Calm is good stuff. I was so glad that I found it and remembered I had it and was like, oh wait, I like this stuff. I should use it. It's the bomb. It's so good. So I ordered the sleep one is more expensive. It was like $32 for the 100-something servings thing. But I ordered it today because I'm like, you know what? I'm desperate. I'm desperate. So I'll let you guys know in a couple days when it gets here how it works. Psych prof in college said for sleep troubles, remember that the bed is for sleep and sex only. No reading, no games, no TV. Yeah, and when we moved, we removed the television set from our bedroom. And yeah, so we're usually pretty good at that. I will admit, in order to fall asleep when I'm in bed, I poke at a game. And I'll poke at like a match 3 game. And eventually I will find myself dozing and like my eyes are closed for extended periods of time within my moves. And I go, oh. And then whenever that happens, I put the phone down and I'm done. Nothing has shut off for me for the last couple of days and it's making me crazy. But that mindset was also why I'm like, if I'm not tired, I just need to get out of bed. And I'm usually really good about that and I have not been. My coffee was 60 calories, added half and half to see if it helped cut the acidity of the coffee. Nice. I've heard that from a number of sources. I do better since I pulled the TV out of my bedroom. Yeah. And we always talk about like maybe putting one back in, but neither of us really need the TV in there. It's fine. There's literally a TV on the other side of the wall. So we haven't worried about that yet. I've considered making tea tonight. Since I'm looking up oregano tea. Oh, I like oregano, but only in Italian food. Natural Calm. So Natural Calm is powdered magnesium, basically, and it is a drink. So like I'm finishing up the wild cherry flavored one, and I really love it. And you put it in, and you mix it with some water, and I drink it. And when I'm on point, I drink it as an evening ritual. So in a perfect world, my evening sleeping ritual, which is why I need to start it early because otherwise I'm going to be peeing all night long, is I'm going to have this chamomile blend tea from Trader Joe's, and then I will have Natural Calm, and then go get ready for bed and give all of that time to soak in. The Natural Calm regular has been working really well for me up until recently. So I'm just taking it up a notch by getting the one that has melatonin baked into it. So it's worth a try. I've raved about it on this channel before. I can't remember when that was, but I went through a phase where I was all about Natural Calm for a long time, and then I just forgot about it, and I rediscovered it in my cabinet, and I'm using it again, and it's still great. It's a great product. In the evening, if you have cream and coffee while fasting, you're ingesting, so the little spike is smaller and shorter lasting. I fast 3 days a week from 7:30 to 11:30 with coffee and 2 tablespoons of cream. Interesting. I have issues with falling asleep and staying asleep. Me too. When I have the magic formula figured out, I'll let you know. I do everything in my bed. Yeah, and that's not what you're supposed to do. I try really, really hard not to do that. And I'm for the most part, I'm successful. I don't do anything in my bed except the bed activities. And that tends to work out pretty well. New question. Oh, wait. My friend is a sleep coach Beth on Instagram. My phone is over there. Nah. I need a piece of paper. I need a piece of paper that's not being used. Sleep coach Beth. Oh, here's a pad of paper. I was like, there's no way I can't have a pad of paper here. I will add her because she even wrote a book, Calm Cozy Book of Sleep. Yes. Sleep coach Beth. Excellent. Thank you, Sarah. New question. Do you use the EC planner with your power sheets or another planner? Trying to find a planner to go along with my power sheets. I use them with my power sheets. So, and I use it as like my day-to-day. So here's my whole day. I didn't do those things. Shoot, I need to do those things. Lift 4. I have my facial with Sunny. And I have my weekly live stream down here. And then I just got markers, thanks to Lissa's influence, mild liners. These markers match the power sheets better than the color coding markers from power sheets. So I actually have all of the ones for the power sheets pulled out, and they match the stickers. And because I'm using the same colored stickers this year, I'm using them. So just today, I highlighted my tasks based on what item on my tending sheet they were going to help me achieve. So that's how I do that. I'm also I'm very, very likely going to tomorrow is the launch of the Moxie Life Planners. I'm hopefully going to order one of those by the end of the week. And it will... Oh, thanks, Lissa. That is super helpful of you. Thank you so much for doing that. And going through the extra effort of finding my link for it. You are the best, seriously. So I'm going to get the Moxie Life Planner to review that and to get my hands on a weekly planner as well. I will let you know my thoughts on how those three do or don't work together once I have my hands on it. But for now, I do use Power Sheets with the Daily Duo. You could use it with the Vertical too. I just am personally, Daily Duo is my planner piece. I really, really love it. I'm the only one in the house without a TV in their bedroom. Sleep Coach Beth. Okay. I was just thinking of our favorite troll this evening. No TV in the bedroom either when we moved. Sleeping much better. Yep. Drinking Tension Tamer tea tonight. Ooh, that's nice. What is that? Audrey, good to see you, my friend. I know it's late by you, but it's nice to see you nonetheless. Natural Vitality is the brand. Natural Calm is the product. This weekend, we ate a lot of different places. On a girls' trip, I let myself eat what I wanted, and I worked it into my plan. Trying to eat well this week. Thursday weigh-in will tell if I'm on point. Good for you, Colette. Weekends are always the hardest because it's really very social for me. Typically, I'd agree with you, but coronavirus. So we don't do anything social. We did something social this past weekend, which was a very, very, very rare thing. The last time we saw these two was at their baby shower, and I was introduced to their 8-month-old child. That's how long it's been since I've seen them. My bed is the only comfortable place I have to do everything. If I want to read, there's no comfy chairs. Even if it's just my sister or parents, we end up eating at some point. Yep. Anti-stress, extra sleep, support, mixed berry. I got the one that was like calm full sleep, but it was like wild berry. I don't know. I hope I ordered the right thing. It looked legit, but the packaging looked a little different, but I think it was wild. Maybe it was mixed berry. It was a berry flavor of some sort. Yes. I'll sometimes put a podcast or something on when my brain won't shut up on a timer, so it only runs an hour. Yep. And the cherry one is what Lissa linked. The cherry one's really good, and that does not have melatonin in it. I'm reading about that is sleep day planning thing called The Power of When, and it's about each person's individual sleep type called a chronotype. It's very interesting. Well, that just sounds right up my alley, doesn't it? What is that called? The Power of When. Awesome. Of when. Okay. I've got all sorts of stuff to look up about sleep. You guys are awesome. I'm so excited to start doing that in January. Pumped for everything I've planned for planning next year. You get excited about planners if you've got the right setup. I love my planners. I do. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to say hi. Well, it's good to see you. Tension Tamer is a celestial seasonings tea. Oh, okay. Cool. Do you like it? Do you find it to be effective at what it's supposed to do, or is it just a good tasting tea? I'm currently in a warm-up period for 2021, but I'm stepping things up. I heard melatonin also helps with heartburn and acid reflux. That I did not know. I took a melatonin test once from the company Everlywell, and my numbers were off the charts in regards to normal, and it's because I supplement so much. And so I'm like, do I really want to take melatonin? Do I not? Should I take it all the time? I don't know. But then there's also a study that's completely irrelevant to everyone else in this room, but like something about melatonin might actually be good for CMT. So there's that. I don't know. You take a quiz and it tells you your sleep type and then tells you how much sleep you should get and what parts of the day for... Seriously! That sounds right up my alley. All of those things. Eat, work out, even have sex. I love that. I'm going to look up this book. That is so cool. Thank you, Ashley. Oh, I'm so excited. I love finding out stuff like that. Sometimes I listen to the audio Bible. It's terrible to listen to if you want to stay awake. It does seem to mellow me out when I'm stressed. It has catnip in it. No kidding. Interesting. Has anyone done a send-away allergy test? They give you the kit with the needle and they test the blood and give you the analysis. I did the food sensitivity test, but I've not done like a legitimate allergy test. Written by a doctor. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. That is going to be really, really cool. I'm going to look that up tonight. No joke. Very good. All right, what other questions do we have? Intermittent fasting we talked about. The reverse diet we've talked about. Planning, sleeping. Oh, man. Tell you what. This is good tea. If you guys just need a nice calming feeling tea. You're a bear. You can take the quiz online. So what do? Go to like thepowerofwhen.com or Google it. I'm so intrigued. I'm so excited. I've gotten a little lazy with setting up my planner spreads, but I'm enjoying my daily planning. A lot of days I don't do the sticker, all the stickers. If I'm being good, I'm doing stickers because I have so many freaking stickers. I need to use stickers. Thepowerofwhenquiz.com. I'm so excited. How many of us are going to go take that quiz? I would do it right now if I wasn't the one live streaming because I'm very intrigued. I've done allergy testing in an allergist office. I'm allergic to everything environmental except 2 trees. Took 3 shots every other day for 2.5 years. Tree shots are the worst. I don't know why, but I used to be on allergy shots for dogs. Was it just dogs and trees? It might have been just dogs and trees because we have a bunch of dogs, but I refuse to give them up when we've learned just how allergic I am to them, and I'm very allergic to dogs. So I started getting shots, and I'm allergic to nature, grass, dust, mold, and trees. All the freaking trees. And whenever I got the tree shot, it hurt. Like, it really stinking hurt. Oh my gosh. So I've been there. I don't take allergy shots anymore, but I've been there. I'm planning on photocopying November, December of the power sheets and starting early. Rosie, I love that. Good for you. You all are going to take the quiz. Yeah, I'm going to take the quiz. You'll be so excited about all these ideas you won't sleep tonight, or you'll sleep really well with happy thoughts. That's not uncommon for me. If I'm excited or anxious or whatever, I will not sleep. And it'll only go on for so many days because eventually what will happen is my body will crap out on me and I will have to sleep. But I can usually go a couple of days with crummy sleep and be just fine, which is annoying. I value sleep so highly, and it's almost like God laughs at me and goes, you don't need to value sleep. Let me show you. But like, I know it's such an important thing. Oh, guys. But maybe this quiz will help enlighten me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it after we're done here. It looks kind of fake, but it's legit. Made me buy the book. Okay. Whoa, trees. I was just thinking about doing the food sensitivity one. Yeah, I did the food sensitivity one. I actually have a video on the food sensitivity one. I filmed the whole experience. This was a couple of years ago. And so the video's there. If you search my channel for Everlywell or food sensitivity test, there are a lot of people, there are some comments like people don't believe that it's real. They think it's fake, whatever. And so other people 100% agree with it, think it's legit. I think there's something to it, and I'll tell you why. First, I thought, in my heart of hearts, I thought that I was going to have a dairy issue. And I did not have a dairy issue. I actually had, it ranks foods into 4 different categories. No reactivity or low reactivity, mild reactivity, moderate reactivity, and high reactivity. I thought that I was going to light up for dairy because like my stomach wasn't doing things right, and because of my protein intake, I was eating a lot of cheese, cottage cheese, milk, and whey-based products for protein bars and everything. So I thought for sure I was going to have dairy light up or something. No high reactivity foods. None. Not a one. I got one moderate reactivity food, and that is grapes. And I was like, well, that's very strange. Interesting. And then I got mild, and I had some mild reactivity, but like mild's not really anything to worry about. It's the moderate and high are the ones that you should consider changing your diet. And so I was like, you know what? Since I only have the one food, what would happen if I cut out the one food? So I haven't really had grapes since. And the thing that should be interesting to note, it might be TMI, but my digestion gets a little bit gassy whenever I drink wine. So it doesn't happen all that often. And I was like, oh, but wine is made out of grapes, which is the thing that I'm reactive to. And I don't recall having actual grapes since then. So I can't tell you about adding grapes back in, but I do know that wine is a problem. Vodka is not. Seltzers are not. But wine can be a problem. And I don't know if it's happenstance. It just coincidentally happens to have, my body has that reaction on a day that I have wine, or if it's a direct relationship because of the grapes. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, they do. It's like I didn't feel the needle, but I definitely feel the shot. Yeah. I was using stickers to cover up my check boxes and turning my happy planner into a daily duo. About 50% of people who take it are bears, but if you have really messed up sleep patterns, you may be a dolphin. Interesting. So like does it tell you specifically, like if you're a bear, it tells you when to work out and have sex and do all of those things? Like each category has its optimal time. Is that what it kind of like how it is? I was really frustrated and pretty shocked when I apparently gained 10 pounds in 10 days. So I'm trying to fight the discouragement urge to give up. It's not going to happen this time. Don't give up, because I'll tell you what, you've been eating like a jerk. So not all of that is fat. Some of that is food. You have been eating more food. Some of that is water retention from the food, because you might be eating more carbs and less protein and things like that. So it's not 10 pounds of fat, Rosie. It's 10 pounds of weight, but not fat. Don't be discouraged. Knock it back out. You can do it. Knock it back out. You know what to do. You just need to do the things. You need to prioritize the things. And that's, I think, where sometimes you lack. You want to do all the things, but you have to line up your priorities. And because the honest truth is, if we are not doing it, it's because it's not a priority to us. So you need to figure out what it's going to take to make that a priority for yourself. Or maybe it's not. But you're fighting. You're a fighter, and you are fighting hard enough where I know it's a priority for you. We just got to figure out how to pull it out of you. You know? I'm a bear, whatever that is. All right, Sarah's in, and she is a bear. Rosie, I wonder if you have a gluten or dairy allergy. Also could be possible. Could be possible. And like I was telling you yesterday, like the right foods fuel your body for energy, and it's a cycle. It's a cyclical thing, you know? A lot of carbs, not all, yeah. Carbs cause water retention. End of story. Like, weigh yourself on a high carb day. Like, you will weigh more. Not because you could eat, I have not performed this experiment, but I'm kind of curious. But like, let's say your 1,500 calories is your goal, and you eat 1,000 calories of carbohydrates that day. So minimal protein, minimal fat, right? And the next day you do high protein, lower carb, and moderate fat. Your weight's going to be higher the day after your carb intake day. Even if it's all within your plan, that's what's going to happen. The book starts with a quiz and is broken down into categories. It even tells you if your spouse is one type and you're another, the best times to have an argument. It's really interesting. I am so into this idea. Oh my gosh. She said it was called The Power of When. I have it written right here, because I'm going to be looking that up. Oh my gosh, I am so stinking excited. So all of us, we all have homework because we're talking about all of this sleep and this and that and the other thing, and we all know. And the reason I'm so frustrated with myself and with life and the fact that I can't sleep is because I know sleep is a fundamental cornerstone to being able to accomplish literally everything else I want to do in my life. I need to have the energy to do it. And so sleep is a high priority. We all, whether you buy the book or not, because I'm sure you can also look up like quick synopses. What is the plural of synopsis? On the types or whatever. But like everybody should go take the free quiz just so we can start to dive in. Because I don't know if you all are as into like, I love experimenting on myself. I love learning about myself. The day I accepted myself as an obliger was literally a life-changing day for me, because everything about that Gretchen Rubin says about obligers is 100% true and 100% me. So now that I accept that fact, I can use the information that she went through and gathered to make my life better. I would love for this book to do the same thing. I love stuff like this. Just tell me how I function so I can function better. That would be great. If the good Lord could drop a troubleshooting manual for my body on my desk, it would be awesome. Like, how cool would that be if I woke up tomorrow and it was like, troubleshooting manual for Brianna Engebretsen, 34th edition, because I'm going to be 34 in a month. Love God. Like, I would devour that book cover to cover to try and figure out what my life is, right? That would be amazing. Night all. My dog Dave is insisting we go outside. Good night, Pam. Give Dave a pet for me. I've also been eating more red meat. We cooked a ham in the slow cooker, but I've been indulging in moderation, but regularly. Well, then it's not moderation. But, yeah, and like, you can have all the things. You just can't have all the things every day. So, Rosie, my challenge to you is going to be, on any given day, like tomorrow, get up and decide what your one treat's going to be. Like, what is the one thing? And you can have that one thing, and you can enjoy that one thing and plan for that one thing. And at 11:10 and get up at 7. So interesting. Oh my gosh. Get up around 5. Whoa, really? Oh, you prefer to get up around 5. I'm like, wait, what? That's not enough sleep. I accidentally clicked the wrong answer for something and couldn't go back and fix it. Oh, weird. I rarely seem to get more than 6 hours the last 2 weeks. And I've gone through phases like that too. Like I said, if I'm not tired tonight, I might have a day where I get 6 hours of sleep intentionally. Here's the truth. Here's what a medical doctor, MD, like legit went to a sleep doctor, told me. And I never went and had like the actual sleep assessment, but I did the at-home one. And of course, because of sleep anxiety problems, it was inconclusive because I didn't sleep for half the night because I had this machine strapped to me. But here's what he said. My homework, because I'm the perfect person. I want to go to bed by 10 or 11 and I want to get up at 6 or 7, right? I want 8 hours of sleep. And he goes, okay, but here's the thing. For the next couple of weeks, I want you to go to bed no earlier than 1 o'clock in the morning. But you're still going to get up at the same time every day. It's not licensed to sleep in. So instead of going to bed at 10 o'clock and getting up at 6, I would go to bed at 1 o'clock and get up at 6. And it was interesting. And the reasoning is that it is more beneficial to you if you are in bed for 8 hours, but your sleep quality is only 65%. It is more beneficial to you to be in bed for 5 hours and have a sleep quality of 95% than it is for you to be in bed for 8 hours but only have a sleep quality of 65%. It is more beneficial to you to get a shorter amount of high quality sleep. And right now, like last night, that's not what I was doing. Tossing and turning and tossing and turning. And I was like freaking, when I kept getting up and had the energy to like go do something, I knew it was a problem. So which is why tonight I'm just not going to go to bed until I'm drowsy. And even if that's 2 a.m., that's 2 a.m. Fine. But the magic of that was I was like, oh, okay. Weirdly, him giving me permission to do that, him giving me permission to have a different bedtime than my original desire, to allow my husband to go to bed before me and me stay up and do whatever until I was tired enough to go to sleep, was like the magic permission I didn't know I needed. Because I wanted to hold myself to this expectation of being able to get 8 hours of sleep and this and that and the other, and maybe that's not me. And especially now that I'm eating more food and getting more energy, maybe I need a little less sleep and a little bit more food. Like, I don't know, but that's what the doctor told me. It is more beneficial to sleep for fewer hours, but have that be higher quality sleep than to be in bed for longer periods of time and have that be poor quality sleep. Now you know. So that's what I'm using as my approach tonight. A couple of weeks ago, I was in bed before 9 p.m. This week, not so much. There's no way I can make it till 1 a.m. And that's great. That means you can fall asleep. And it was really interesting because I only did the 1 a.m. thing for like a week and a half or 2 weeks. And then I started going to bed earlier because I was tired. But there was something about having the anxiety of I am my own worst enemy. And most of my anxiety is anxiety I place on myself for no reason other than I can't achieve some ideal that I have placed on myself. Literally, that is my biggest problem. So having the doctor tell me that and like give me that homework assignment literally took the weight of that burden off of me. I don't have to get 8 hours of sleep. The doctor told me not to. And all of a sudden I was magically able to go to bed at like 10:30 or 11 o'clock and fall asleep just fine. I'm so weird. I'm so weird, guys. I can't explain it. I don't know. I haven't seen 1 a.m. since maybe my wedding night. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we're not often up that late either. I'm gonna try. If I'm tired at 10:30, I'm gonna go to bed at 10:30. But I'm going to get ready for bed as if I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. And I'm just not gonna go to bed. That's the plan. Well, I shouldn't say that. But with the baby, I saw 1 a.m. a lot. Yep. I should try that. My restless score is always so much lower than I would like. I have severe sleep apnea, but haven't felt this tired in over a year. Yeah, so it is a specific, give yourself time to experiment. You might be sacrificing a handful of days or a week of your preferred amount of time to sleep, Rosie, or anybody else who's considering doing this, but you're just experimenting. So if it doesn't work, you can go back to doing something else. But if it does work, it could help you sleep better. So it might be worth trying. Now, the thing is, what you can't do, although sometimes I did do this and I need to get better about not, sometimes I would go to my office and I would work after my husband went to bed. In a perfect world, like put on some blue light glasses or something and try and keep technology to a minimum and like read a book or something instead. So I used to, when I was doing this, I was working on my one diamond painting. So I would do the diamond painting after my husband went to bed too. Because that was something that was not screen related. Because you don't want to keep stimulating yourself like a Netflix binge. Because that's not going to help. But you can give yourself permission to stay awake until you feel drowsy enough to go to bed. Most people are bears. It means you're a pretty normal sleeper. Interesting. Oh, I'm yawning as we're sitting here talking about sleep, so that's a good thing. Now, I want to scroll back up. Most people are bears, she says. Bears are supposed to go to bed at 11:10 and get up at 7. Because here's the other thing about me, is I, for whatever reason, am hell-bent on being an early riser. I would love to get up at 6:30 or 5:30. I've been getting up at my alarm goes off between 6:15 and 6:30. If something tells me that you can go to bed an hour later and sleep till 7:30, maybe I need to give that up if it means that that's my optimal sleep performance, I don't know, but I'm very, very excited about this. Ashley, you just might have changed everybody's life by telling us about this. Who knows? But I have that written down. So at the very least, if I take that test and it says I'm a bear, I know that I'm going to bed no earlier than 11:10 tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I love stuff like this. I live for stuff like this. I set up an app on my phone and on Chrome. Oh, the hue lights on relax automatically happens in our bedroom and in our living room, actually. So we have hue light bulbs in all of the main living spaces of our house. There's 2 hue light bulbs in the loft. There are 3 hue light bulbs in our living room, and there are 3 hue light bulbs in the bedroom. And they're so much fun because you can make them a lot of fun colors, which we use occasionally. But like really, truly, I love them because I can control the temperature of the lights. So if it's dark during the day, I have bright white lights. I have blue lights for energy. But you can warm them up when it's evening time, and then you can fade them out. Miranda, hello! Late to the party, but I'm a 9p to 3:45 with strong sleep product 2 times a week. What strong sleep product do you use? I'm curious now. And welcome. Late to the game is better than never, my friend. Good to see you. So I'm here for all the sleep stuff. All the sleep stuff. What I don't want. So here's the truth. At one point, my neurologist put me on gabapentin for sleep and amitriptyline for sleep. And it's interesting because apparently gabapentin is also a nerve pain drug. So I was taking much less than what other CMT patients were taking for the nerve pain. So like in all the CMT stuff, everyone's like, oh, gabapentin this, gabapentin that. And apparently it's like a black market drug now. Well, I don't know. I hated the stuff. I hated it. It made me feel gross. It made me feel like I just hated the way I felt about it. I couldn't place it, but it did not make me feel good. So I quit it cold turkey. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I've been trying to find not prescription options, but I swear to you, there are some nights like last night that I wish I had my hands on an Ambien prescription. So I'm ready and open for all the options except gabapentin. I did not like that. I really hope, and after that experience, I really hope that in my future, I don't have to get put on that drug for CMT purposes because I did not like the way it felt. I wish I was a wolf. They are morning people. Early to bed, early to rise. I'd love to get up at 5 a.m. and singing with the birds like Snow White. That is me in my perfect world. Me in my perfect world. All right, so there are wolves. So that's the bear. I'm literally to have a page of notes from this chat tonight, you guys. The wolf is 5 a.m. So what, like 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. like Miranda? So Miranda must be a wolf. 9 p.m. Yeah, and what are dolphins? I'm so interested. I set my lights to energize as soon as I wake up and said, yep. And then I actually have them programmed by Blackstone Labs. What? Sorry, guys, I'm writing. What? What is this magic? And it's over the counter? Ooh. Good to know. Thank you. I love this. I love this. You're 10:30 to 6:30. Now, is that based on a test result? Or is that what you normally do and you can handle? Like, is that just your schedule and you've got it and you fall asleep at 10:30? That's what I want to be. Like, lions are early risers, wolves are right. Wow. Okay. What's in it? That's crazy. Okay. That's what you normally do. This is so interesting. It is. Apparently, we were meant to talk about sleep this week because we got into the subject of sleep last night, too. I'm here for this. I'm so here for this. So you said lions are the early risers. Lions. Wolves are the night people. And then dolphins are the weirdos. So how would that work for people who have to be out the door at 7 even though they are a bear? That's a great question that I don't know the answer to, but it's probably in the book. That's a really good question. Is there a way, like, Oh, I have so many questions, but I don't want to make Ashley tell us the entire book. So, so dolphins basically have insomnia. Awesome. Cool. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. I am so intrigued. I will have to, like, that sounds like a drug that I have to make sure is not neurotoxic to me before I decide to take some. But I'm looking into all of these things when I'm done here. You guys, Marie's right. I'm going to be so hyped up on new information that I'm just not going to be able to sleep tonight. I love learning new things. It's so fun. Maybe I'm a wolf because I'm such a night owl. Maybe. You should go take the test, Colette. Or did you? Now I'm losing track of who's taken the test and who hasn't. It's a product for anxiety but can also make you high in too higher doses. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But maybe it'll have the opposite effect. I don't know. I'm writing that down too, so I know what to Google. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. What about bears? Bears, I wrote down bears. The optimal time for bears, according to Ashley, is a bedtime of 11:10 p.m. and a wake-up time of 7. I feel like if I was a bear, I could do that. I could give up 6:30 for 7 o'clock. I could do that. 11 p to 7 a is my ideal sleep time. Then you must be a bear. Look at that. This is so fun, you guys. I love this. The book's on Amazon for like $15. Done. Done, done, and done. What is the name of the book? The Power of When. Oh, wait, I should check Scribed first. Sorry, I'm totally doing this like while I'm live streaming, but we're all on the same topic anyway. Let's see. Does Scribed have the power of when? Of when? Searching, no. The power and the power of now and the 48 laws of power, but not the power of when. Okay, fine. The power of when. Y'all are bad for, there it is. I see it for $16.99, but that's fine. I'm going to be buying that. Like tonight. It's happening. It's happening. That could be a book club book. Although all of you guys are going to freaking go out and buy this book and have it read already. But I would say we can make it a book club book in 2021. That could be fun. Y'all. I can't remember, but I can post optimal times for types on Diva and the Divine Facebook. Yes, please do that. That would be so helpful, Ashley. So helpful. That would be great. Or do it in the, not on the Facebook page, do it in the Diva and the Divine Insiders group. Do it there, because the Facebook page itself, like the page that you like, you'll only see my stuff, and there's like a little community tab that I honestly forget to check. I always forget to check that to see if anybody's posted there, but do it in the Insiders group. That would be very, very helpful. Not the members only group, but the Insiders group that everybody's in. Do it over there. That would be so helpful. Actually, it's probably right for me, but I'm not giving up my 5:30 to 6 thing. 6 a.m. wake up time. You're crazy. See, and like I'm here for, in my perfect world, I'm in bed by 10 and I can get up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock with my husband. That is my perfect world. But if this book tells me that I got to shift it a little bit and it actually works, fine. She hasn't said what time is perfect for dolphins yet, because dolphins are the weirdos. I might be a dolphin. Like, truly, I might be a dolphin. Who knows? But we'll see. I don't want to, like, just sit here and stream while I take the test in silence. So otherwise, I would totally be taking the test right now. But this is fun. Oh, this is so fun. Or replace... Oh, Rosie! That's a great idea. That's a great idea. How many book club people are on right now? Y'all, should we replace the Rachel Hollis book with The Power of When? All right, Sarah says I should take it. Do you guys think I should take the minute and do it? The power, what was it? The power of one quiz. Okay, everybody wants me to take the test. I'm going to take the test. Sorry for people who are on the replay. Is it the one with like Kelly Ripa and her husband in the bed in the background? Is that the right thing? What's your chronotype? Take our quiz to find out. Am I on the right page? Is this the right page? Someone confirm. What's your chronotype? And there's a picture with the same dude. Yes, this is the one. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Here we go. Food is a great passion for me. Food is a great passion for me. I can't sleep well. False. True. Probably. Yep. 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 I'm a dolphin! Shocker! Yeah, shocker. Oh, there's videos and stuff? That is not surprising. There are a couple of questions where the answer could have gone either way for me. So, like, am I passionate about food? I'm thinking the answer is yes. Am I a perfectionist? I think the answer is yes. I don't want to be, and there are a lot of things I can let go, but like how I was telling you guys earlier that my anxieties on the my biggest anxieties are the failure to meet the expectations I put on myself. I'm pretty sure that describes a perfectionist, right? People with really busy minds are dolphins. Yeah, so I'm thinking like, and like I can sleep on planes though. I can conk out on a plane before it's even off the ground. I love sleeping on planes. There was another one, the slightest lighter sound can mess me up. But there was another question that made me go, well, I answered true, but it could also be false. But I'm not at all surprised that I'm a dolphin. So now, of course, I am very curious to know the optimal sleep time for dolphins. So I'm really looking forward to you posting that in the Facebook group. Yes, please, no, Rachel Hollis. Y'all are here for it. All right. So how about we make a declaration right now that we change the book from Rachel Hollis's book to The Power of When. Yeah? I think that'll be a really great choice. Jeopardy music plays. You guys are funny. My spirit animal is a deer, and that matches my sleep pattern is a deer an option. Wolf, lion, bear, or dolphin. There were a couple of questions where none of the answers really applied. Maybe it automatically skips some questions if you make certain selections. That's possible. That's possible. I have taken tests that do that. I'm trying to watch the video to find out the dolphin time while watching this. Excellent. Go get us those times, Danielle. Help a girl out. Now I'm going to want the book. Well, of course, you could always order the Kindle book, but $10.99 after credits. I want it. I want to know all the things, and I want to know all the things this instant. I just want to like touch the book and have it all go into my brain. This is fascinating. I'll text you later with my sleep animal. Awesome. Thanks for popping in, Miranda. I'm really a sloth. Fair enough. Oh my gosh. It's a short read, and most of the sections you only have to read the part for your chronotype and can skip the rest. This spirit animal thing is legit. Is my fat cat. Yep. Gracie is my spirit animal when it comes to snow. We tried to shove her out in the snow earlier, and she took, like, Eric literally knocked her out the door, and she fell into the snow and was like, nope, and came right back in. I was like, oh, look, she takes after her mama. Wake up at 6:30 a.m., bed at 11:50. Seriously? Yes. Danielle. 6:30 a.m. is when I already strive to wake up. Yes. Okay. There it is, folks. You have just witnessed me discovering what time I'm going to bed tonight. I'm so excited. Like, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, but stuff like this lights me up. This is so good. I already wake up at 6:30 and might try to stay up late. Well, how do you feel, Danielle? I don't know if you said that earlier, but like, do you feel like you're struggling with sleep or your sleep quality or whatever? You know? Okay, guess I'm not going to bed right after this. You sleep like garbage. Okay. I am. Lindsay, that's literally me. Can you like see the explosion happening in my head? Like, so I'm totally, here's what we should do. Dolphin friends, everybody, if you can, everybody stay up this late and message me tomorrow and let me know how it goes. Seriously. Because, yes. Okay, so if you sleep for garbage, then we're going to do what the doctor told me to do. We're going to shorten, because like, that's only, in my perfect world, that is an hour and 20 minutes late. No. That's almost 2 hours late. In a perfect world, I go to bed at 10 o'clock. In reality, I go to bed closer to 10:30 and lights out at 11. So if I say, okay, I'm not even going to bed until 11:50, great, cool. Okay. Let's try it. All of us dolphins, let's try it. We're going to do it. I am so here for this. Because 6:30 a.m. is when I'm, like, so I will set my alarm to go off at 6:30. So what do we do in a week or two when daylight savings ends? That's a great question that I had not considered. You have two options, really. One, take the extra hour of sleep, which is probably, like, so originally my plan was going to be to not take the extra hour of sleep and then start getting up an hour early. But if this sleep schedule ends up working for me, it's a Sunday morning. I might just sleep the extra hour and set the alarm to go off at the same time or something and just go with it. Daylight savings. And then it's going to start getting dark at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is when my seasonal depression starts. It's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public service announcement to inform you that if you drink hot beverages at all, you need one of these $9.99 Mr. Coffee mug warmers on your desk. Because, oh, did I hurt it? Oh, there we go. Let me make sure I didn't break it. Okay. Because there is nothing that grosses me out more. That's probably not true, but the worst sensation is to have a hot beverage, be it hot coffee or hot tea, and pick it up and it has gone cold. I hate that. Hate it. And this is the first time in a long time that I've had a cup of tea that has stayed warm the entire time I've consumed it. And now my tea is gone. Kathy is a lion. I love that we are all taking this test together. This is making me so happy. Oh my goodness. Go to bed at 9, but I'm never asleep until at least 10:30. Maybe there's something to this. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll sit in bed. I'll go to bed at 10. I won't really consider putting my phone down until 10:30. And usually by the time Eric dozes off, for me, it's like 11 when I put my phone down. So what if I just stayed up until 11:50? Like, not get ready for bed at 11:50, but like be ready for bed. And then go to bed at 11:50. I'm so intrigued, you guys. I want to follow the bear schedule, but I can't because I need to get up before my daughter to get stuff done. Staying up till 11:10 isn't the big deal for me. It's the sleeping till 7 that I hate. Yeah, sure. I don't know what to tell you. Because it's still giving, like, someone do the quick math because my brain does not want to function anymore. 11:50. So for me, it's 6.5 hours of sleep. So it's 6 hours and 40 minutes technically. And that's if you conk out. I'm going to assume that 11:50, I won't conk out right away and I'll be asleep by midnight. So For dolphins, it's 6.5 hours of sleep. But what is it for the bear? I should be able to do the math. 11, 10 to 7. So it's 8, it's just shy of 8 hours. Thank you, Lissa. You're the best. Y'all, seriously, if you do hot beverages, it's $10 and it's amazing. Where did you get the times to go to sleep? Ashley has been telling them to us, and I've been writing them down. So Ashley told us the bear, and I didn't write down the other one. Oh yeah, I did. The lion is go to bed at 9 p.m., get up at 5 a.m. And the dolphins, we now know, are go to bed at 11:50 and get up at 6:30. So then we're just missing the wolves. Wolves is the only time we don't have. Bears get 8 hours. So, and for me, I only get 6.5. So for you, could you just bump the go to bed time to get that 8 hours? Like, I don't know if that's how it works or not. I don't understand. Wolves are 7 a.m. and midnight. Okay. You guys better believe the second we're done here, I'm taking my computer downstairs and making my husband take this test. 7 at midnight. This is fun. This is so fun. Lindsay's a bear. Sometimes I get 4 to 5, sometimes I get 10. There's no middle ground. Yeah. I recommend finding a middle ground. Like, seriously, one of the best things you can do for yourself, whatever it is to get a regular sleep schedule. It doesn't matter if you thrive on 6.5 hours of sleep or 9 hours of sleep, but getting on a regular sleep schedule is one of the healthiest things you could do. And the screen I'm looking at has lions at 6 a.m. and 10:10. Okay. Lions, 6 a.m. and 10:10. I wonder what it is about the 10s. Like, a lot of it's not on the hour, but it's 10 after the hour. This is so interesting. Bear is 11:10 to 7. Bear. All right, now I have everybody written down. 2, 7. And this is dolphin. This is so fun, guys. Yes, we need to know Eric's. This is so, I really hope that we're the same, because that'd be really convenient. Although he gets up at 5:30, so maybe that would be less convenient. I don't know. Wait, what's the early bird one? Oh, he won't go to bed at 9 o'clock. There ain't no way in heck that he's going to do that. So we'll see. The Power of One website also has a lot of info and videos, all free. This is so cool. Go to bed on the hour and 10 minutes to fall asleep. That's possible. That's, yeah. So, like, for an 11:50 bedtime, I should go to bed by, like, 11:40, 11:35, like, be in bed, settling in. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but this is fascinating. And I guarantee I'm going to, who can fall asleep in 10 minutes? I don't know. My husband. He can. It blows my mind that men can do that. Like, I don't know if it's all men or if it's just mine, but, like, he can be out, boom, like a light. And I'm like, I'm sorry. What just happened? Oh my goodness, you guys. And we're just about at time too. This turned into a live stream I didn't know I needed. Thank you, Ashley, for telling us all about this book, because we all have a lot to think about. I think this is amazing. I'm jealous, Lindsay. I am jealous. Took the quiz. Lurker, a name I don't know. I'm a bear. Excellent, excellent. I love it. All you lurkers that are hanging out there and not participating in the chat, how many of you took the quiz? Because that's funny. Thank you for saying something. I'm tracking the book down now. My husband is like that too. It takes me at least 30 minutes. Yeah, me too. I fall asleep in about 10 minutes unless I'm up hours thinking about stupid things I said 5 years ago. I relate to that. I do. I relate to that. Oh my gosh. I fall asleep in 10 minutes. I long to be that person. I really long to be that person. One day. All right, my friends. on this very uplifted, and see, now Maria's right. I'm like energized and fired up and ready to go. Just found you last week and joined iTrack Bites. Your videos have been inspirational. Well, welcome. Welcome to the community. We are so glad you're here, and we're glad you decided to chime in for the chat. That's awesome. We love welcoming new members to the community. Apparently I'm a bear. All right, Rosie. 11:10 to 7. Sometimes I just have massive panic attacks and try to... Yeah, I can't relate to that. I have the anxiety. It's not a panic attack, but like anxiety kept me awake all night last night. So I know it's not the same, but it's similar. All right. Oh no, I think I heard it. Uh-oh. You guys, I might have just hurt my warmer. Oh dear. Well, I should go and figure that out too. So I'm gonna go, but this was an amazing conversation, an absolutely amazing conversation. I am so excited. So I will report back. Everybody check in on Instagram and get some sleep, people. For real. We have just spent an hour talking about sleep. Get some sleep, people. Take that quiz, check it all out. And I mean, if I broke it, it's fine. It's $10. I'll order another one. I'm not heartbroken. I have no qualms with spending another $10 to make sure I still have that thing. But I will report back on Instagram tomorrow. And we will change our book club book, which I need to make sure I remember to post about. I'll write that in my planner. I have so much to do now, but this was so much fun. Thank you guys so much for the amazing conversation. I had a great time. Y'all just uplifted my snow-covered heart. Something fierce. So thank you for that. Have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Whatever animal you are, sleep well. And I'll talk to you guys later.